Well, President Obama is doing well in precisely the states that could make a difference in the November election. We got Jerry Seib of the Wall Street Journal joining us. And Jerry, you've been looking at what goes on in Washington for a long while. I think this is fascinating. Explain what's going on here, because this is a great analysis.
Well, I think one of the hidden advantages for President Obama at a time when the economy is still down, unemployment's still up, and people think economic growth is going to disappoint for the rest of the year is the fact that he's still slightly ahead of Mitt Romney. But that's really not the most important part of the story. The most important part of the story is that he's ahead fairly comfortably in the swing states, which is the dozen or so states that are going to ultimately decide the election. And if you want to see that at work, look inside the new Wall Street Journal NBC News poll, which we finished last week. We isolated the 12 swing states, the states that we think are likely to decide the election, the real battleground states. And in those states, President Obama leads Mitt Romney by 8 percentage points. In the country at large, he only leads by 3 percentage points. So as you say, he's doing best in precisely the places where he's going to have to do best if he wants to win a close election.
Now, obviously, there's a margin of error here, and on a national level, that margin of error puts them pretty much close to neck and neck. But when you've got that 8-point advantage, that is a huge difference. We're talking about Ohio, Florida, Virginia, to name three, aren't we?
Right, North Carolina, the states like the standard list of states, Iowa, Michigan. But it's not just the lead. In our poll, there have been a bunch of polls, and if you look at Real Clear Politics, which aggregates polling from all the battleground states, President Obama is ahead in average in 11 of those 12 states in Real Clear Politics polling. So there are other data points out there that support that. And it's not just that. If you look at inside the polling in those battleground states, you see that the president has a net positive image by 9 percentage points in those states. Mitt Romney has a net negative image by 11 points in those states. What that says, Simon, is that this is not an accident. It suggests that the heavy advertising the Obama campaign has been doing in those swing states, most of which is designed to tell people that Mitt Romney's business career was one in which he destroyed jobs and shipped jobs overseas, has had an impact.
Very quickly, Jerry, things change quickly in politics. A week is a long time. Could this change by November?
Oh, absolutely. We have a long way to go. The economy could still drag down the entire Obama campaign. And frankly, we don't know either what the economic readings are going to be like in the second half of the year, or how quickly people can change their opinions in an environment like this. Usually views of the economy get locked in. This year, maybe not so fast.